Make me step back and kiss myself. MVP time. Windy City Assassin does it again.
Live from WICB Radio.
Inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. And no flag, 92 yards.
This is
It's a goal, the Stanley Cup to the Chicago Blackhawks.
Chicago's Beat.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. This is Chicago Beat Bulls Playoff Edition. I am Mike Mercado, and last night the Chicago Bulls fall to the Philadelphia 76ers 79-74, going down 2 games to 1. And it was another fourth quarter collapse by this Chicago Bulls team, minus Derrick Rose, and now Joakim Noah, who goes down with what seems to be a sprained ankle. Nobody's too sure yet. We'll find out more as the days progress, definitely before Sunday's tip-off. So some stats that really caught my attention. On the last Chicago Beat, one of the points that I made was that Rip Hamilton needs to play more than 20 minutes. Well, today, Game 3, Rip plays 42 minutes, has 17 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Not bad of a stat line, right? But it goes 4 for 15. Without Derrick Rose and Luol Deng struggling, which I will get to in a second, 4 for 15 is not going to cut it. But that's a very good outing from Rip Hamilton, so I'm not gonna be too hard on him. But we need an effort from 4 for 15. He needs to sink those shots where he's 6-7 feet away from the rim. He needs to. Those are points that you don't get back. And in the playoffs where every possession matters, you need him to drop those shots. How about this one? This one's huge. You lose your starting point guard, and the guy who replaces him, who is his backup, goes 20 minutes, 0 for 4, 4 assists, and no points. And then the guy who backs him up goes 28 minutes, 4 for 12, 12 points, 3 assists. So that means in a Game 3 playoff, your 2 point guards go 4 for 16, 7 assists, and 12 points. And then your all-star, Luol Deng, 37 minutes, 2 for 7, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and 5 points. The guy who didn't want to have surgery, who wants to play for the Olympics, 5 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. I would say this is probably the most disappointing part about the whole game for me, is I was getting ready to praise and to eat every single word I said about Carlos Boozer. Carlos Boozer goes into the half with 12 points, absolutely dominating in the paint. Want to know the biggest surprise? The biggest shocker? He was going to the basket. He was not fading away, taking a stupid jump shot. He was going to the basket. He finishes the game with 18 points. He relied going back to the jump shot. This whole team relied on the jump shot again. The offense has no flow whatsoever. John Lucas III and C.J. Watson have had the hardest time running the offense. And it has a lot to do with having to do with Drew Holiday and Evan Turner and Andre Iguodala, playing them both on offense and defense. You're starting to see the difference between a great regular season team and a great playoff team. There's a difference. Every possession matters. When you're turning over the ball by slapping it around and not being able to come down with the rebound, or because you're waiting until there's 2 seconds left in the shot clock to take a shot or to get into your offense, you're not winning a championship, especially without now your 2 stars. Your captain on the court and your captain in the locker room in Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah. Which, by the way, Philadelphia fans have to be the most classless fans in all of sports. In all of sports. I want to hear your thoughts. You agree with what I have to say? What are your biggest concerns about this Bulls team? What do you think is going to happen? Do they win Game 4 on Sunday? Or do they come back to Chicago down 3-1? Tweet the show, mmercado2333, or you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MikeMercado2333.com. It almost just looked like this moment is too big for this Bulls team. There were points in the game where they looked lost. They looked like they shrunk in the moment. And as a side note, the only person who has came to play in this series has been Joakim Noah. The man deserves every bit of credit that he has coming to him. Every ounce of respect and credit. But there was no reason for him to go back into that game. absolutely no reason. Very disappointed about how everything has turned out in this playoff series. Very disappointed. This was the back-to-back best team in the Eastern Conference. Tied for the best record in the NBA. Did not have their captain for 28 games. And have absolutely laid an egg in the playoffs. Did not play particularly well in Game 1 either. So it's 3 straight bad games. Basically do or die now for the Chicago Bulls on Sunday, Game 4 at Philadelphia.